Hey everybody,
Hey,
welcome to Live at 5.
I'm. Oh,
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 I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
He's trying to take my spot.
Not on purpose.
He,
I'm.
he said, Jack, this is my show. It's like, you be the guy behind the computer today.
I mean, if you want to.
It would not get very far, I'll tell you that. We'd be lucky if we started, all right? We have some cool new things here. A couple refreshers, because they're back in stock, because they sell really quick, so we've decided to stock a little deeper on them because we know that they're popular. We have a new edition of I guess a classic. We'll call it a classic, the Taylor 314.
Yeah.
It's a tried and true, one of their bread and butters. We're going to go through a reminder of all the cool options and things that we offer through our service center and repair shop. We have brand new guitars from Fender, like brand new. It's the name of an old series, but it's back. I'm excited for this because it's the first time that I can remember that Fender's going to have several lines of guitars available from the Mexico factory. Because they've always had a handful of Squiers, they've always had a handful of USA-built guitars. But this is the first time I can remember where there's a handful of guitars built in Mexico. So I'm excited for that. And then, very limited edition, very special limited edition PRS CE2408. And we'll get into the 08 and what makes it so special and limited here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and start with something familiar and work our way down the line. The Squier Sonic series. Not to be confused with the Acoustasonics, but the Sonic. These guitars are amazing. I don't think I've ever held a $200 guitar better in my life that I've considered buying and taking to my gig. Like, I'm not going to do it. I don't need it. I don't need the telly. I don't need it. Anyways, the Squier Sonic series, they have a poplar body, maple neck. They're using Squier ceramic pickups. This is the Squier tuning machines. Wow, drew a big blank there. And this comes in the classic butterscotch blonde. You know what we're long overdue of, Jake?
What?
We did it once in the past, but we should do another episode where I take all the different butterscotch blonde tellies in the shop and explain why they're all different. But I should do it blindfolded.
You know.
We'll call it the telly test. And you just hand me a Telecaster while I'm blindfolded, and I try to tell you which model it is.
I was going to say cover the brand on the headstock.
Well, I don't know. No, if I'm blindfolded, because then I got to go by weight. I got to go by the feel of the neck. I got to go by how the frets feel. What do the saddles feel like? Because, all the saddles always feel different. These are the low mass, the high mass saddles. High mass, low mass. Yeah. I'm thinking of the tuners on the PRS. Those are low mass locking tuners. That's
The wing.
my
wing.
button. No wing button tuners.
No, but
No, but not on this one.
yeah, I know.
See? I know what's up. So that's the telly and the butterscotch blonde. So it's a classic finish. That's it.
I would say
Classic.
I would say with Fender and Squier, it's butterscotch and 3-tone sunburst.
Oh, of course. And then Strat. Everyone at some point in their life needs to own a black Strat.
Yeah.
You just have to. You have to. Also from the Sonic series. With the black pick guard, the black plastics and control stuff there. And the nice California blue finish. So I just like showing off the blue. It's fun. But what's nice about these series of guitars is when you start moving up the links in the Fender world, you get into different neck shapes and profiles and everything. But what's nice here is in the Squier Sonic series, everything's a 9.5-inch radius. When you move over here to this series that we'll get to in a second, they also have a 9.5-inch radius. When you start getting into the Player series, 9.5-inch radius. It's really nice because you're not messing with, the 9 to 12 or 8.5 to 11. You're not messing with compound radiuses or anything. That when you play these guitars that are all within this certain price range, they're more or less going to feel as comfortable and play roughly the same.
Yeah.
I say roughly because you'll get into different weights because you'll be improving the quality of the body that they're building with. You start getting into, better quality wood on the necks. The pickups will change tones a little bit as you progress through the line of what's better and what's more serving to you as the musician. So if you come on in and check out the Squier Sonic series, it's one of my favorite guitars that have come out in the last year or so. I talk about them a lot. I'm very excited about them. They're great. But we're going to go ahead and step away from Fender for a second. We're going to go over to Taylor, another company based out of the wonderful state of California. This is the 314 CE Studio. The Studio is really nice because what it does is it puts a nice quality USA-built acoustic guitar in your hands for $2,000. Mm-hmm. The 314 CE, I guess we'll call it the standard for sake of comparison. Sake of comparison, one of the two. I think it's comparison's sake. Anyway, thanks, Jake. Those run about $2,500 now, and it's kind of hard because you go from, 214 CE Deluxe is roughly $1,600, and then you would jump up almost another $1,000 to get the 314. Well, now you've got the Studio. And the Studio is really nice. There's just minor differences to the appointments of it, but it's still made in USA. Rather than a hard case, it comes with a structured bag like a 200 series guitar or a 100 series guitar. But you're still looking at ES2 expression system.
Yeah.
Electronics. You're still using a Sitka spruce top. It's a Sapele back and side, just like the other 300 series guitars. And it's really nice. You have more... It's like, I wouldn't call it totally chamfered, but kind of chamfered edges. And that's where it's rolled on the edges. It's not just a hard 90-degree angle between binding and wood and everything. And sometimes it was digging in my arm, and they don't feel that great. But it's a nice guitar. The finish on the back of the neck is a little different. But it's very nice. It's a very traditional style-looking guitar. You lose out on some of the flash on some other things. Dot inlays as opposed to where some 300 series Taylors and special editions would have different inlays. Actually, I think the 300 guitars themselves have a special inlay because, Taylor has that inlay for every series of guitar. So it's really nice. If you're looking for a USA level acoustic without spending over $2,000, technically you'd be under $2,000 at $1,999.99. It's under $2,000, Jake. Don't give me that look.
No. I know.
It's under $2,000.
Yeah.
All right. These I'm excited for because right now it's hard to get some certain levels of quality of guitars without spending just shy of $1,000. Even the Player Series from Fender, some of those are cranking in at $829.99, $799. So let's reintroduce what we all know and love as the Fender Standard Series.
Good one.
I got tongue-tied there.
Yes.
So the Fender Standards. And yes, they are made in Mexico. So as we in the guitar world so affectionately refer to them as the Mexican Standard, they are back. And they're pretty great guitars. They come in at $599. We're looking at poplar bodies, maple neck. This has the Fender Standard Series pickups and hardware. It's a fantastic guitar. They feel great. I'm a huge fan of them. Like I said earlier, also come in at the 9.5-inch radius. Fantastic piece of art and guitars and craftsmanship from the Fender brand.
Yeah.
They've, as of right now, are only experimenting with the Strat, Tele, Precision, and Jazz Bass. They'll see how the line produces and how well it goes, and then they may start introducing other things like, Jazz Masters, Jaguars, and so on and so forth. But as of right now, we're just getting the standards from the Standard.
Yeah.
So, see what I did there?
Just a nice homecoming.
Yeah, I'm excited for them. They were always such great guitars, and it just got to a point where even a used Player Series can cost more than this sometimes. So $599.99. This is the Strat in Olympic White. So there you go. All right, and then right next to it here, I mentioned they got basses. So this is the Standard Series P bass in 310 Sunburst.
Yeah.
See? The classic color we're talking about. 9.5-inch radius, standard series, precision bass pickups. Gorgeous guitar. It feels really great too. You know, and we already sold it, which makes me a little disappointed. Well, not that we sold it. I'm disappointed that it's gone because I was really hoping to show it. But they brought back that like wine Cabernet like red for the standard series. And to me, that was always such like a classic color from them because that was available for so many of those guitars from the standard series. And they brought it back, and I was so excited to show that, and then someone bought it today. So, I mean, congratulations to whoever has a new guitar. But I was really excited to be like, it's back. It's back. But no, someone beat you to it. So, standard series, Sonic series, 314 CE Studio.
Yes.
From our repair shop, because we posted some stuff today on our Facebook and Instagram of a gentleman who purchased a PRS SE Tremonti Standard, and he had us customize it with some graphics, and we swapped out the some of the hardware, the pickups, and it looks like the Tremonti guitar that he bought, that he used. Ooh, I think in the music video for One Last Breath. And PRS made core models of those guitars, but they only made 100 of them. And you can find the decals on eBay or Amazon and make your guitar look like it, but they just never turn out right. Well, our guy in the repair shop, Paul, did a fantastic job of getting this guy's SE series Tremonti to look just like that core model from the music video and everything. And it looks great. So if you're a fan of all that and you have some stuff that you'd like to get done on your guitars, come on in and pay us a visit, and we'll see. We'll get you an estimate. We'll get it all figured out. But go ahead and check on our Instagram and Facebook and look at the work that was done on that guitar. It looks so good. We posted a video a couple weeks ago, but he picked it up today, and it looks great. But he's also, our guy Paul's also done this wonderful Frankenstein guitar. Are these all listed online?
I don't have the Frankenstein.
Okay.
I know I have photos of the Pebbles.
The Fruity Pebbles one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think just the only
We got a
other
couple
thing.
the racing stripe?
Yeah, is the race stripe.
Yeah.
So I definitely know that.
Okay. And so there's great options, and we love showing him off. He does a great job with it. I'm going to personally have him do one of my guitars. I just got to figure out what I want to do. I don't know. I need to pitch it to Keith, but I really like the idea of doing some wrestling guitars. I think it'd be really cool, right? Have an Undertaker guitar. Have I think it'd be cool. Rey Mysterio. We could do the championship belts guitars, where like each guitar is just a different belt. It'd be fun. I think it'd be cool. I think people would be into that.
You can have one, and Keith does another one, and we'll have something close to the Steelers Raven photo from long ago.
That old photo.
Oh yeah.
Man.
I have it somewhere.
Yeah, that was an old one. All right, last guitar.
Okay.
This is a very exclusive limited edition. When I say exclusive, I mean there's only so many of them. I don't know what the number they built. But you know, like some companies, they'll go like, it's limited edition, and then it is available for everybody. But not everyone got a hold of these, because I think less than 10 of these were made available to the entire mid-Atlantic region of the United States. We had 2 of them. One's already gone. I got 1 left. This guitar here is the CE2408, but what makes it really cool is it is a special edition guitar in black limba wood, as opposed to the mahogany that they would normally use with the maple top. This guitar is black limba. The 2408 means it is a 24 style guitar, but instead of coil tapping with the push-pull knob here, you have your 2 switches here on the body, which take you in and out of phase, and they take you from your humbucker to a quote-unquote single coil for your coil tapping. It is a pattern thin style neck, 85-15 pickups, 24 frets, hence the CE24. And because CEs, there's a bolt-on, so it's got the nice bolt-on neck rather than the set neck from the custom series. I don't think I'm missing anything. It's got the old school birds in the fretboard, low mass locking tuners, Fantastic guitar. Like I said, very limited edition. Only a handful of them, maybe 2 handfuls, were available to our region of the country, and we have one left. It's a fantastic guitar.
Yeah.
I like the way the CE 24s feel. I like the cut of them. I've always liked the way that they feel. So this is a fantastic addition. It reminds me heavily of was it 2016 when they did the CE 24s and the Velas and stuff out of the reclaimed woods from those old barns.
Oh yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah.
Those are really cool. Like they literally had, not this guitar, the ones we're talking about from a couple years ago, had like the holes in the wood from where the nails were and stuff. Those were awesome guitars.
Yeah, literally just took it off of barns.
Yeah,
and-
they just destroyed these barns and made guitars out of them. I meant to look them up online a few days ago and see what those are running for now, but I can't even remember. So,
and I can say that the PRS is on website, Reverb, and eBay. So
awesome. A handful of these guitars we just got in, and they have not been photographed yet.
Yep.
So they'll be hitting everything in the coming days. But I wanted to show them to everybody because if you're watching this and they're not online, you can always call us, comment back on the videos. We get notifications about comments. You can call us here at the shop, shoot us a message, whatever it takes, and we'll figure out how to get one of these guitars to you. I don't have anything else. This is probably one of the shortest episodes I've ever done.
yeah.
Like, there's no events coming up. There's nothing for me to ramble and lose.
Well, there's Alan Heath.
Yes, February 20th. I don't know what day of the week that is. I know
It's a Thursday.
Thursday, February 20th.
Thursday, yes, live at 5.
Oh, yeah. Didn't think about that.
Nope.
I didn't schedule it. So, Thursday, February 20th, no live at 5. We'll probably try to do a live stream of our clinic/workshop here at the store.
I think that's the idea.
There we go. Boom. So, I won't be hosting, but you'll get to hang out with our people from Allen and Heath.
And me.
And Jake. So it'll be our Allen and Heath event. So if you have questions about digital consoles and mixers and you're trying to figure out how to use it, maybe you're like so many people I know and your church decided it's time to upgrade our sound system. And next thing, you went from sitting behind a 36 or 42 channel analog Mackie mixer. And then one day you walk in and now there's something a quarter of the size that has twice as many channels and 3 times as many ins and outs. And it has Ethernet spots on it and flashing buttons that you don't know what they do.
Yes. The snake that goes from a big honking
Yeah.
cable to just a small little
Just the
Ethernet.
Ethernet, what, Cat 5 just runs,
Cat 5, Cat 6.
6, yeah.
Shielded.
Well, in the event that you don't know what any of the things that we just said mean, but you have to figure out what they mean, or you just like to know anyways, come on in February 20th at 5 p.m. for our Allen and Heath clinic. This is a great way and opportunity to learn about digital consoles, to figure out how to get involved, and bring your questions. If you have routing questions, you have questions about saving presets, Allen and Heath's have soft keys that you can use to align different things, and those are fantastic keys, by the way. If you need to figure out, like, you need to mute 6 channels at once, you can set them all up to one button and mute them all. You can use it to change scenes. One time when I was running sound at my old church, we had an issue where we had a setting, one of our scenes was patched in to record everything so that way we could put it all up on YouTube and stuff later. Well, whoever was running sound that week pulled up a scene that was not recording anything.
Mm-hmm.
They did all their EQs, they dialed everything in, and I had to break their hearts because I was like, I don't care how good this sounds, we need the recording. And we had like 2 minutes in between services, and I walked over and we had a button on the side that was the emergency, hey, we're on the wrong scene, hit this button. And I hit that button and it reset everything to the correct scene. And they had to go back in like 2 minutes and try to like patch everything in.
Yeah.
But having that little button there and knowing how to set up the digital console saved us because it was the last service of the day and we almost recorded nothing.
Yeah.
So having that little fail-safe and knowing how to set up your consoles, knowing how to run through everything and get it all mapped up, laid out, dialed in is key to having some of these things. So if your church uses these, If you work for a production company, if your band is looking at upgrading, because they don't just make huge ones. You can get like a 16 channel one or a 24. Like they make options. So come on in and check out this event because it's a great way to really know what you're doing and how to become more involved with pro audio on another level.
Yeah.
So I don't have anything else for you. That was it. So we've got the Taylor 314 CE Studio. It's a great way to get in on a USA-made guitar without spending over $2,000. We have the Sonic Strat and Telly from Fender in the Butterscotch Blonde California Blue, 9.5-inch radius, poplar body, maple necks. We have the PRS CE24 Black Limbo Limited Edition. Sorry, CE2408 Black Limbo Limited Edition with the 8515 pickups, 08 controls, pattern thin neck, low mass locking tuners. We're getting into the standard series guitars from Fender. We've got the P-Bass and the Strat, both again 9.5-inch radius, standard series pickups. What's really cool about I forgot to mention on here is they're using satin chrome saddles on the guitars.
Oh.
So it's really nice and smooth finish for when if your hand's resting on the saddle or while you're restringing or anything like that. Poplar body, maple necks. Of course, you're getting into the rosewood style fingerboards. And then we have the guitars that you can bring into our shop for refinishing, for new paint jobs, new colors, also setups and everything. And then last but not least, I'd like to thank our friends at Stringjoy for sponsoring our show and hooking our shop up to become a Stringjoy service center. So thanks for tuning in and watching live at 5 this week. We will be back next week.
Yes.
On the 20th is our Allen and Heath event. So make sure you tune in to watch as we go over live sound and consoles and specifically getting dialed in on digital mixing consoles. So thanks for tuning in, hanging out. I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
See you next week.
See you.